Recently, I recommended the film 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt, and it got me thinking about that time period of my life when I was going through my spiritual awakening. That film had just come out within the prior year, and other films such as The Last Temptation of Christ, and Jerry Maguire, and The Fifth Element. They all really spoke to me in that synchronistic way. They all had a deeper meaning for my life in my interpretation when I was watching them. And it was kind of cool to feel like there was some message within a film. And I didn't, delude myself that it was only for me, but when you have all these thousands, millions of pieces of information floating around out there, they can feel pretty customized if they come into your life at the right time, when you're ready for some kind of information. And nowadays, I don't tend to have that experience where a film or a TV show really speaks to me that much. There might be a little thing here and there, synchronicity still occurs on pretty much a daily basis, but it's just little reminders from the universe, I think, that things are all interconnected, but not that big explosion of information. And sometimes I can miss that intensity that is associated with that initial spiritual awakening. But it was also a rather chaotic experience as well. I believe that there is more synchronicity in our life at a time in which we are more asleep. And at that time, I didn't really know who I was very much at all. I still am learning about who I am, but I feel that I've learned a lot these last 13 years about who I am and what my values are and what I'm here to do and so forth. So there seems to be less need for the universe to be guiding me and correcting me in that intense way that it did initially. And that thrill of seeing that the universe has some kind of message for you through synchronistic signs and so forth, it gives way to a deeper sense of peace where you just know that. And it is a very intense and big transition to go from feeling like I did, that the world could be explained through atheism and that everything just kind of was linear and scientific logic explained everything, and then all of a sudden realizing that there are concepts such as synchronicity that are real. They're not just imagined or theoretical, but you have to be open to them to experience them. And so many people are living as if this world is just mechanistic, and they have this fatalistic mentality that it's about squeezing in experiences and living as if life is short, and trying to fuel their life with different kinds of intense experiences that the world can provide for them. And it's a very kind of rushed and forced way of being. So I think that spiritual awakening appealed to that part of me that loved intensity and loved, just the power of all this information coming through. But as time is going by, and I'm finding myself more deeply, I do feel that that intensity is giving way towards a deeper sense of peace, which, the ego doesn't really want peace, so it's like, more intensity, more drama, more distractions, whatever. That's what the ego wants. But I do believe that synchronicity will still show itself when needed and can be helpful here and there. But the more we understand ourselves, the less we need to rely upon any kind of external guidance. And we have a constant resource with us, which is our inner voice. And that's always there. And I think that's the goal. Get to the point where your inner guidance is clear and that you always know how to handle situations as they arise because you're listening to your guidance. Thanks for listening.